I've spent my whole life being the quiet one, the one who people overlooks in the loud places, the one who people feels that she's weak, the same one who people feels that the one who listens more than she even talks. But the truth, being an introvert at 42 is one of my biggest struggles and one of my greatest strengths. So today, I want to share with you the battles that I have faced with being quiet and the ways that I overcame it and how I am finally learning to embrace my quiet power. So as a child, I've always felt that I was too quiet. People will come and tell me, "Why are you not talking more? You should talk more, or you should play more. You should do this." Sometimes they'll tell me I'm too serious. So those were the questions I was always getting when I was a child. And I felt at some point if there was anything wrong with me. Even as an adult now, I have struggled with making eye contact. And this eye contact of a thing, it started when I was young and is a culture thing. From my culture, if you look in the face of an adult, they see you as being disrespectful. My parents were strict such that when they're talking to you or when they're scolding you, you don't dare look at them in the eyes. No, you'll be scolded more. So we don't we that eye contact of a thing. I didn't get used to it. I didn't get used to it at all. So it was such a big deal for me. And now that I've grown to this level, I'm beginning to unlearn. I'm beginning to unlearn it. Can you imagine? At this age, I'm beginning to unlearn and relearn because in this society that I am now, if you don't look at people in the eyes, it is termed as something else entirely. And then they could even trample on you, feel that you don't know your rights, all those kind of things. So I'm beginning to learn it. In fact, I'm doing a course on it. I'm doing a course on it. So it's a big deal. It's something that I want to overcome such that, I'll be able to get into, I just want to get into that spirit. I'm a naturally quiet person. So being quiet is totally different from what I'm talking about. Being quiet is my nature. I'm not training to be being an introvert. I'm not training to be an extrovert. I am naturally an introvert, but I am training to be able to speak up the more and look into people's eyes. That is really, really important. That's so important. So look into people's eyes, speak up the more, it's boosting. And I've been doing that. And I noticed that it has really boosted my confidence. I feel a lot more confidence when I look into people's eyes and I'm able to get their expression. I'm able to understand what they are feeling. I'm able to read through them when I look into their eyes. But culture now, back home, you can't look into adults' eyes and adults' faces. It is termed as disrespectful. And the hardest part. So people mistake my quietness for weakness. But let me tell you something. I'm the strongest person ever. I'm not joking. I'm the strongest person ever in the sense that I'm very strong willed. Whenever I don't take no for an answer. Whenever I want to do something, I dive into it 100% and I make sure that I get it. So, that's a different quality on its own. But I being quiet, people mistake it. They tend to, mistake that with being weak. So sometimes um I hear comments like, "You're going to be the first person to be scared," or "You're going to be the first person." But I tell them that no, my nature is different from my inner strength. I've got this inner strength. I've got this strong will. I've got this strong will. So they've seen that part of me. I've got this strong will whereby no is not in my dictionary. I want to do something, I go for it. Even if it means that I'm not going to sleep in the night, I'm going to sacrifice my sleep, I'll go for it. And I must do it. And I'll do it and succeed because I'm in it 101%. And you know one thing, motherhood is loud. If you are a mother, you shout. No matter how quiet you think you are, you must shout. So I'm sure some of my neighbors, because I live in a flat, I'm sure some of my neighbors will be hearing my voice. So from a distance, they will look at me like, ah, this one that is always shouting. But that is not, because if you are a mother, you will always raise your voice, no matter how much you want to control yourself. You will always raise that voice. So being a mother, um, makes me an artificial extrovert. I don't know if you understand. It makes me an artificial because you have to raise your voice. You have to get some instruction through them by raising your voice. If not, so I have to raise my voice. I'm loud in that aspect. Motherhood is motherhood that made me loud. In that aspect, I'll raise my voice. You see me shouting, hey, haven't you done this? Hey, blah, 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 blah. That is motherhood. Motherhood has given me artificial extrovert. But you know, these children, you just want to get, you love them so much. You just want to, you want the best for them. So at work, sometimes when I feel like speaking up or saying some things, I just keep quiet. I just let it go. So sometimes at work, I feel invisible. Sometimes I just feel invisible. And I am someone that I take people serious. I take people seriously. For example, your birthday, I take it seriously. I'll be the one to go all out, get you presents and all that. I remember the last place I worked, everybody's birthday, I have to get presents. I was working in the office, so I was always telling my boss or my colleagues, my circle, I just tell them, let's contribute money and buy a gift for this person. Let's contribute money and buy this. If it's probably our boss, because I was in the office with the manager. So if it is like maybe deputy manager, I'll let the manager know who contributes money, we'll do all that. But when it's my birthday, people don't remember. So I feel invisible, it's unfair. People don't remember me. I remember everybody's birthday. I'm the one. I feel like I I think of I'm always thinking of people, thinking about them, how to sort them, how they can be okay. But for me, people don't really people don't really reciprocate that love and care. So, but I mean, it's okay. It's my nature. I can't change the nature, but I feel like, probably because I don't, is it because I'm not loud or because I don't speak up or I don't know. But that is what I get being an introvert. And in social gatherings like parties and all that, I always feel overwhelmed. I just want the party to be over. I just want to go home. I enjoy deep talks, like deep conversations. Not that I don't joke, but I just love this deep connection. I like deep conversation. When I want to make friends, I like having that, strong friendship. So that's why I don't have so much friends. But if I have you as your friend, you're lucky. I'm like a mother hen. I always think about you, I always want to be there. I've had few friends that reciprocate. So those are my loyal, those are the people that I can call friends because they think of me as much as I think of them. And yeah, we are loyal to ourselves, we share ideas, we share value. So over time, I've learned that being quiet is not a flaw, is not a weakness. Everybody cannot be the same thing. Everybody cannot be loud. Imagine a world where everybody is loud. How would the world be? We won't even everybody will be deaf because you all be shouting. So we are different and we have to celebrate our difference, our unique difference. So I am quiet, I celebrate it. It's a strength for me. So those that are quiet have their strengths. They have where they are good at. A lot of things they are good at. Quiet people, in fact, they go a long way because they are very deep thinkers. They are strategic. They are very strategic. They are the ones that go and read philosophy. They are able to psychology. They are able to when they look at you, they are able to say what you're thinking. It's not magic. Like they are able to say what you're thinking at that particular time. They're able to read you. So quietness is a big strength. Is a strength. So yeah, so I'm celebrating being quiet. So another thing is I've stopped being apologetic for being too quiet. because I've realized that being quiet is full of thoughtfulness, understanding, and empathy. So, like I said, I'm working on improving my eye contact, not because I want to be somebody else, but because I want to own my presence when I walk into a room. And most importantly, I'm learning that I don't have to adjust to fit into the world. The world can adjust to fit into me. Embrace that quiet strength, own your space, and never let anyone makes you feel less for being exactly who you are. Are you an introvert too? Drop a comment, let us share minds. I would like to hear from you. How did you manage it and how are you coping? I'd love to hear from you. If you've watched to this if you've watched to this point, I would like to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Just give this video a like and subscribe to it. Thank you. Bye.